We're the talk of the town. We're the artists, the actresses, the filmmakers too, meeting Venus. Yeah, we're coming through. Shine your light, let your voices be heard. We're spreading love with every single word, from the stage to the screen. We're making our mark, me and Venus, together we embark.
Good afternoon. I'm very happy to welcome singer Kendra Erika. How are you, Kendra?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Thank you very much for joining the live. I think your microphone is your professional microphone as well. Yes.
It is. Well, I can't really like perform with this, but I do have
Yes.
I have a wireless that I bring to
Great. Very
performances.
nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
it is
Mm.
nice.
Uh, Great. I'm very happy to welcome you during the weekend. Thank you very much. First, I'm interested to know about your earliest memory of discovering music as your passion. Tell me about it.
Well, the earliest memory that I have was when I was little. My parents introduced me to the Disney movies, like all parents would at that age, and any age for that matter. But as I was transported into these movies by seeing all the princesses dance and do their thing and create this whole magical world, I was like, I may want to do that. That sounds like something that I want to do in the future. Um, not be animated, but
Yeah.
animated in a different context.
Mhm.
But that's my earliest memory of wanting to get into music and performing, is because of the Disney princesses inspiring me.
Yes. And right now, tell me, growing up, what did you do to become from like a music fan uh, into a professional actress and musician?
I started in classical training. I wanted to get more involved into theater, into community theater, but the problem was is that I was tone deaf, and that's the reason why I got into regimented classical training, was to build that foundation to just totally cut the um cut the core of my tone deafness out. Like it's almost like laser
Yes.
hair removal. You have to zap the core
Yes.
in order to build upon and create a foundation for myself. So by doing that, then it was just off to the races from there. And then I started in theater, and then I got into more talent competitions, performing locally. And then I wanted to get into more songwriting and recording. And then from there I worked with different producers, and then I just, from one producer led to another producer, then contact led to another contact, and it just became like a snowball and evolution. And now I'm doing what I'm doing, and it's year by year it's elevating.
Yes, and I see you have achieved several top dance hits on Billboard, right?
Yes, I have 5 top
Mm-hmm.
10 hits. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I imagine right now it's quite difficult. It's not like before, because right now there are many sources of music. I mean, people can hear you on different platform, on your social media, on your website. Before it was
Mhm.
about the sales at from one line, I mean, or one source. But I see as well, besides your songs, you did like another version of self control. And
Mhm.
5 years ago, I remember self-control. I used to love Laura Branigan. It's my generation.
Yeah.
I used to love her. Until now, I listen to her. So tell me, what did you choose this specifically? This song. What did you like about it?
Well, when I was performing out and I had all these steady gigs going on in Boca Raton, Florida, where I'm from, I now live in Los
Hmm.
Angeles, but I would always throw that into my repertoire and throw that into the night or the lineup. And I just had such a um an unlike just the amount of fun that I had performing that song was unlike any other song
Hmm.
that I was performing. And I and it was actually pretty timely too, because at that time I had already built up my traction on the Billboard dance charts by charting different singles, and I I was in talks with my producer Damon Sharp about doing a remake, and just that realization coupled with the talk of doing a remake, I just instantly it was like boom. I
Yes.
said we have to do self control. This is unignorable. We need to restylize this and revamp it. So that's how self control became what it is today, is because of that.
Mhm. And I imagine when you perform it, people react to it very much. I imagine it still have this vibe since it was first released. I imagine it was in the 80s, in the late 80s, 90s, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but right now I've seen you worked with Damon Sharp and Eric Sanicola as well
Mhm.
as a music producer. Tell me, what did they bring to you as an artist, as a performer, behind the scenes as well?
Well, working with Damon, it's like we finish each other's sentences.
Mm-hmm.
We have such a great creative chemistry, and it's pretty funny because whenever we would write a song, it would just take 3 hours because we just had that efficiency and that constant flow. And Eric Sanicola also was involved in the production aspect as well. And I think both he and Damon were like they were the power duo behind my a lot of my Billboard stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, and just working with them was like a gem. It was just a great experience.
Great. And right now, Kendra, right now, also you performed one of Frank Sinatra's song as well. I think it was Witchcraft.
Witchcraft, yes.
Yeah, tell me about it as well. Why? Because Sinatra, has a lot of songs. Until now, people like to listen to it, and a lot of people also already sang his songs. Many, many. Also it was
Mhm.
made by other as well. The music, instrumental in other languages. So tell me, what did you like specifically about Witchcraft?
Well, for beginners, my dad brought me up with
Hmm.
Frank Sinatra.
Really?
So,
Hmm.
yeah, I was like 7, and whenever my parents and I would go to dinner, we would in the car on the way there and on the way back, my dad would be playing the soundtrack in his car, and also just around the house too. So Frankie was a staple in the family, and also just in my early musical inspirations. Um, so when I wanted to go back to those jazz grassroots of myself, because performing out in different venues in uh, Boca, I had to cater to a lot of that older crowd, and they appreciated the Sinatras and the American Songbook and those standards. So I wanted to go back to those roots and just see how that would the feedback of that kind of a project would be, and it was very positive. And the song that I chose was Witchcraft, because I just think that it's very, mysterious, it's fun, it's relatable, and there's just a melodic there's just this melodic, like, whimsicalness about it.
Also, you worked with Ralph Johnson and Myron McKinley, right?
I did, yeah, and they
Yeah.
they helped produce it.
Yes, this is great. This is from Earth, Wind, and Fire. You bring me back to when I was a child, watching disco on television and Boney M
Hey,
and everything. Yeah, yeah, 70s.
hey, someone's got to bring you back.
The beautiful 70s, yes. But right now, I got the press release and I liked very much how you promote your latest single, Body Language. And
Hmm.
tell me a little bit about the process of writing and and performing this song. Tell me about it, about the lyrics, what kind of message you would like to convey through it, what kind of story you'd like to tell through this song.
Yeah, well, Body Language was written by myself, Alice Mia, and Marvin Bousseau, and just the concept of body language, it's such an unspoken form of communication, when it comes to anything from relationships to friendships to different facets of life. Even when you see people on TV, like news anchors or just actors or musicians, and when they're talking or even when they're performing, there's a lot that they're singing or saying, but there's not a lot that they're conveying. But you can see what they're trying to convey through their body language if you become well versed in that. And it's just such an underrated thing that we have in our day-to-day communications, that needs to be more resonant and made more aware of. And but for some people that aren't really on that, frequency or on that level of understanding, body language can also just be the way you're moving on the dance floor, and that's just like the on the nose surface meaning of it is just that BPM notion. So yeah, body language is doing really well because we're using our bodies, and we're speaking a new language.
Yes. So tell me about the shooting of the music video. I loved it. I love, the colors, your outfit. Mostly it is green.
Yeah.
Also, you playing chess. I love to play chess as well.
Oh.
In the song, yes. I right now I online mostly chess.com all the time. But I want to ask you about, I mean, the art direction and the concept of the music video. Tell me a little bit about it, who directed it, and how did you come with the concept of the music video, and also, I mean, your performance, your dancing as well.
Well, the music video was shot by Tolga Katis. I've done countless videos with him before. He's done So Fly, Avalanche, Gemini. He's done Rapture, Have My Way with You, Thriller Killer. He's done a lot. He's like my primary video guy that I go to. But the concept behind it was Poison Ivy. I wanted to replicate and emulate her, and through this visual representation of body language, because as we all know, Poison Ivy weaponized her body, as the villain that she was, and she just communicated through body language, and really didn't need to say a lot, but she was able to furtively move and do some good damage in Gotham.
Yes,
So that's
Poison
why
Ivy
I
from Batman movies and comics. I think it was played in
yeah.
by Uma Thurman I think it was Michael Keaton. Or I don't remember, George Clooney. No, George Clooney, I think, or.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
George Clooney. Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. But right now, I've seen as well that you're promoting body language
Mhm.
in China. And
Yes.
so tell me about the Lunar New Year and what did you decide to as well to try to target, audience outside of the United States as well?
Well, I was appointed the Goodwill ambassador by China for the Hollywood Global Film Festival recently, and be and in tandem with that, I recently filmed a Happy Chinese New Year message to the billions that are in China for the New Year celebrations coming up in late January. So it's just everything is so parallel right now, and I think when that happens, it means that it's meant to be. Um, but as far as it proliferating and multiplying and promoting and spreading in Asia, I think that's an incredible move for not only the song but for me as well, because especially in Asia, they don't mess around with their talent. Like, you have to be of a certain standard and caliber in order to be promoted and in order to be put on a pedestal there. So they're not just going to choose any anybody. So it's a testament to the quality that I bring to the table.
This is great, and I think, Goodwill Ambassador, it's a big thing, it's a lot of responsibility for a performer, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well,
Yes.
I've always said being having notoriety and being famous or being well known, it's a responsibility. And if you're not willing to be extraordinary, then just be ordinary. But if you want to be extraordinary, you have to do things that the average can't do,
Mm-hmm.
which is cultivate your superhuman powers
Yes.
and be
Mm-hmm.
have emotional reserve when needed, channel your emotions into your art, have like be smart about your choices, have discernment, and just have this this knowing that
Mm-hmm.
you've got this.
Yes, I love China as well. I visited once Guangzhou, maybe more than 10 years ago, and I
Oh,
loved,
wow.
yeah, I loved China. I loved Chinese people, very hardworking, and as well the art from China, the movies, the Hong Kong films, the dramatic films as well, are great as well as the music, But
Yeah.
right now, um, I've seen that body language has made a lot of success, worldwide right now. And since we are, about a couple of weeks until the end of the year and the beginning of the year, tell me a little bit about your plans and your desire you would like to realize as an artist next year.
Wow. Well, I say I kind of give the standard answer to anybody that asks me a question about, or pertaining to the future, which is my plans are to do an elevated version of what I'm doing now. And whatever that is, that will be. Um, I mean, we can still plan, we can still work towards, we can manifest. But the real power is the man upstairs. And his plan actually is better than what we would have planned for ourselves.
Hello? Yes, we're
Yes,
back.
we're back,
Yes.
yeah.
I want to ask you as well. First, I want to congratulate you for your website. I love it a lot because it has this kind of harmony, aesthetically with the music video, the colors, So you have like a unified, colors and style. between music video and website. And I think
No,
this is
thank you.
very good. I mean, from point of view visual, visuals and let's say visual themes and culture, and so people can recognize you as well from the colors you use in your photo shoots and your website and your music video and Instagram as well. So congratulations for that.
Oh,
And
thank you.
yeah, I want to ask you because I've seen body language and other music video of yours. I see you quite. You are in front of the camera dancing and performing, and
Hello?
back. Can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I
Yes.
can hear you.
Yes, I was saying that you perform in front of the camera, you're dancing, performing, reflecting the feelings and the lyrics and the music, in your moves. Tell me, did you think of expanding your talents into acting? Did you have certain offers to do some acting in the past or some proposal for the future?
Well, I shot a pilot,
Really?
about yeah, I shot a pilot about, I wanna say a year and a half ago.
Mhm.
It was just stalled because of that strike, that the actor strike that
Yes,
we went through,
yes.
but it
It was
now it's
before the
being
strike. It was
yeah,
before the strike, so it didn't move like planned.
yeah, it was before the strike, and then the strike happened. Like,
Mhm,
we shot the pilot in June, and then the strike happened in July.
mhm. Yes,
Think about that. Um, but yeah, so and that's called the cherry picker, and that's in the works right now. But I do have other projects on the horizon as well. Don't want to share too much about
nice.
them, but
For
they're
sure.
there. They're pending.
Yes, yes. Yes, it would be very nice as well to see you doing some acting or as well performing musical stuff like that, then can bring your love of Disney musicals as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
We're gonna
yeah,
redefine Disney a little bit.
yes, for sure,
It's
for sure,
it's polluted the minds of the youth a little bit, so we need to redefine that, including mine.
for
I mean,
sure,
I had to break free of that programming myself.
for sure, for sure. Okay, Kendra, was very happy interviewing you today during the weekend. Thank you for that, and
Thank you.
congratulations for your work as an artist in your soundtracks and also for your music video. I appreciate as well coordination with your PR agency,
Mhm.
and I wish you all the best the next year. And
Thank you
I
so
hope
much.
I can invite you again when you have a new music video. We can talk about it as well next time.
We can sure do that. Yes.
Okay. Take care. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I wish you all the best in 2025.
Thank you, as to you as well.
Take care. Have a lovely evening. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.